Hey guys, classichomer here, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest II. Let's go ahead and enter Rudra's Tavern, which may also be called Ludia's Tavern, whatever. And this place is pretty cool. We'll be coming here occasionally. Yeah, restoration's on the second floor, we'll need to go there. And no, I'm good. Don't really need to save the game right now. There are a lot of classes in this game. I'm going to be going over all of them in this video just so we know exactly what they're good at. This guy is doing a pretty good job of telling us exactly what they do. Or at least about some of the odder job classes. And sages are amazing. Really want a sage. In fact, let's get a sage. Yeah, there we go. I keep not walking all the way up to things. So, let's register some party members. First off, we'll have the, what I'm just going to call the gender-swapped name for Jericho. Because if he uses a female character, he seems to name her Muka. And female, and... okay, I'll go over these classes right now. Warriors are your tanks. They're like the hero from the previous game. They're just heavy armor, heavy weapons, not fast, and they're there to just hit things hard. They have great armor draw, great weapon draw. However, late game, I feel like they just don't actually get the equipment that I want. It's like, they're great early and mid game. Late game, they don't seem to have the weapons I'm looking for, or the armor I'm looking for. Other classes seem to end up doing better later on. Like the fighter. Instead of being like the Final Fantasy I fighter, which is more similar to the warrior, fighters are your martial artists. They, of course, use their fists. They're not... I would say they probably, on average, would have a little bit lower strength than a warrior. Actually, no, that's not right. They have a lot fewer weapons they can use than a warrior. They're about the same, maybe even a little stronger than strength than warriors, just because how hard it is to get their weapons. But the weapons that they do get are amazing. You're just going to get like 3 of them the entire game. Besides of that, they're also fast, really fast, and have a higher chance to get a critical hit than I think any other class in the game. Or at least, it certainly seems that way. So, fighters are good. However, not going to use one right now. Mages are your offensive spellcasters. Weak physically, good with their magic, not a whole lot else to say about them. Clerics are your middle-of-the-road physical characters, while also getting the other set of spells. They get the healing and some of the crowd control. They're pretty good. I like having cleric. Dealers are merchants. They have about the same physical prowess as a cleric, maybe a little better, but not by much. And they have special abilities outside of battle that allow them to examine items, see how much they're worth when you sell them, what characters can equip them, things like that. And you can usually get some kind of nice dialogue out of special items. Jesters are kinda dumb. Like, really kinda dumb. They're there to goof off, and they have a special purpose later on. I will be taking a jester, but first, thieves are interesting. They get really good stat growth, I would say late game, depending on the personality. You're going to want a strength and speed base. They get a couple different spells that don't help in battles, they help outside of battles. They allow you to get a better look at the world map. They can tell you what floor you're on in a dungeon, and I think they even get a spell that allows you to avoid encounters. And I think they have a passive ability that causes causes enemies to have more drops outside of battle. Or not at the end of a battle. That's all well and good, but I don't actually want to use the thief, at least not right now. Instead, I'm gonna make Muka a jester. Yeah, Muka will be a female jester. I have a plan. It's going to take me until about a third of the way through the game to execute upon said plan, but I have a plan. So, I'm going to distribute these seeds manually. I will choose the seeds rather than using random. Because if you get random, it's not good for you. I'm going to stack everything into wisdom. Because wisdom is important for every one of the classes I have. Actually, come to think of it. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Oh, really? That was not the personality I was hoping to get. I'm keeping that. That's the best personality in the whole freaking game. Sexy is a female-only personality, and it's super good. Specifically on a 1 out of 7 scale. Sexy characters will have, looking at the list, here we go, 5 out of 7 on strength growth, 6 out of 7 on agility growth, 5 out of 7 and 5 out of 7 for vitality and intelligence, and 6 out of 7 for luck. So, really good in everything. Not top of the class at everything, but really, really good at everything. Yeah, we're going to keep Muka that way. That's awesome. Next character is Zero Faith. However, his whole name won't fit, so we're just going to call him Zero. If I could spell correctly. X-R-E-O. That doesn't seem right. There we go. X-E-R-O. Durr. I can spells. And Zero will be male. And a cleric. Because I need a healer. The hero will learn healing spells, but not as well as the cleric will. Not as soon. And really, I'm going to need that healing. Now, I should probably go over what stats do. Strength does what you think it does. Agility is actually your speed stat and your defense stat in one. Unless it's different in this game versus the Game Boy Color, but I don't think it is. You can basically find your base defense by dividing your... Yeah, you divide your agility by 2. That is your base defense. So agility, pretty important to have. Stamina determines your base HP. It should be double your HP. Just straight double. And as you can see, for stamina, 8 HP. Wisdom should be the same way. Double your wisdom, and that should be your MP. Has a little bit of variance, 8 to 15. That makes sense. I'm a little low on the MP, but that's okay. And luck just determines how effective status effects are against you. Higher your luck stat, the less likely they'll happen. You might even be able to get more critical hits with a higher luck stat too, I think. Although I feel like that should be based on agility. In any case, we're stacking all wisdom. Hoping to get big numbers here. Wow. Good. Good. Okay. Smart. Smart is good. Smart has a, like a proclivity to get more speed and... Oh, no it doesn't. It is really just intelligence. It's 3, 4, 4, 6, 3. That's okay. That's not bad in vitality or speed and really good in intelligence. I'd rather have gotten sharp, though. Because sharp, which you can get from just putting it a whole bunch into your intelligence stat, will get you less vitality, but way more agility and way more intelligence. And that would have been nice. For the last character, I'm going to name her Alexis. Because of things. It is referring to a couple different people I know, and if they're watching, they know who they are. And I'm going to make her a mage. And I'm going to need to choose the stats for her as well. We're going to go with all wisdom again. Oh, that's not looking so hot. Oh, that's looking much better. Sharp, awesome! Yes, that is exactly the kind of thing you expect on a mage. I will be not registering another damn person. And no, just no. Don't need anybody else. So, now we must enlist our companions. And the game makes some pre-mades for you. And they're always a warrior, cleric, mage, which isn't a bad setup to take on your first playthrough. But this is far, far from my first playthrough. It's my first time playing this version of the game, but I've gone through the Game Boy Color version of the game at least 7 times. At least. So, yeah, I thought about putting this LP off for a little while until I played another game through and got into practice this a little bit. And I realized I really don't need to practice this game. If there's any game that of the Dragon Quest series I don't need to practice, it's this one. That being said, I still don't know where everything is. I do have a player's guide, though, that I've had forever, and used so much that it's actually falling apart. So, in that treasure chest, yeah, barrel, we found 25 gold. Pretty nifty. You're going to want to keep that. And we're actually going to go ahead and do something that sounds nuts. See the strength seed? I can sell that for 180. And I'm going to do that because of how stat growth works in this game. It's not especially useful to have seeds, because this is true in the NES and Game Boy Color, and I can only assume it's true in this version of the game too, that because of later on you can change your classes, spoiler, you actually have like a threshold for where your stats can get to, which I think is based on your class, but and your growth is based on your personality. But because of that, you would only get a temporary boost from a seed. So you had a warrior who already hit the cap for strength at his level. Then you use the strength seed. It goes beyond said cap, but then the next time you level up, it balances out and you don't get as much strength. So it's not that useful to use these seeds at all. So for this game, I really will not need that extra boost, even if it's temporary. Or especially because it's only temporary. The only way I would use it is if I were to hold on to these seeds until the very end of the game and use them before the boss. But I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just get the money, be able to get more equipment, and it's not like, you know, an extra 5 points of strength is really going to determine the winning and losing of a boss fight. So with 300 gold, I'm actually going to go ahead and buy a potlid shield. And we're going to go ahead and hand that down to Alexis, because that's about the only shield she's going to be getting for most of the game. And I should distribute the equipment that the king gave me. Give the Traveler's Clothes to 0. Give the club to 0. Basically, the clubs are going to the 2 frontier line fighters, which Muka's in the second position because she'll be useless for most of the game. So she's kind of there as a meat shield of sorts. I may even put her in front of Homer, just so she can take hits for him too. Because, you know, the further up in the line you are, the more likely you are to get attacked. Now I need to look into getting better weapons for people. It's not like I can hand down the clubs, because everyone's got a club or better. Indeed. I'll mull over this for a little bit, maybe. So I only have so much money, and I'm going to have to do some grinding, but I'd like to not have to grind my, you know, whole life away, either. Maybe I'll get leather armor. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and get the leather armor, get that to 0, and have him pass the traveler's clothes down to someone else. And there is an infinite money trick right away. You could continually spawn new characters, sell the clothes they come with, and then delete that character. Let's see. Yeah, I know I'm being a dick to Muka and not giving her any equipment. I don't really care. Actually, what's funny is, right now she's somewhat useful. She'll actually follow orders. That'll change. Eventually Muka's just going to be goofing off in practically every turn of every fight. It'll be worth it though. Trust me, it'll be worth it. So, there we go. Sold off the old clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and... well, I was gonna say make some preparations, but instead I'm gonna do some grinding. For now, let's go ahead and explore the world a little bit. Show you guys some of the enemies that will be in this game, and the amazing world map graphics. And the fun battle transitions. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, I might need to turn that speed up a little bit. But listen to that music! Oh my god, I fucking love this game! Oh god. Seriously, this music gives me a little bit of a rush. And the animations are so much better in this than... actually, they didn't exist in the other games. It's so nice to have animations. Oh my god, I'm so excited to play this. That is how you know you're an RPG nerd. If you get excited to play a new Dragon Quest game, or one that looks as good as this. Like, Dragon Quest 8 is also really cool in that respect. I love that game too. I know, Darkblade 24, I know you want me to get back to doing that instead of doing other Dragon Quest games. I'm sorry. I want to as well. It's just going to take some time before I have proper equipment to do it. So, those two enemies were Slimes and Ravens. They don't do anything particularly special. This is the next town in the line. I don't actually remember what this one's called. Wow, look at that. I kind of want that. That's only 160. It's only 40 gold off. Maybe I'll go ahead and... Reeve. There we go. That's pretty good advice. Go explore things that look funny. I think what I'm actually going to do is, muscle book. I'll bother to do a little bit of grinding and buy that turban between this episode and next. I don't have the thief key. Oh, wow. Just tell us straight out, huh? I don't think I ever found that. I didn't find out about that until I went and explored said cave myself. So, we're looking for the... We're not looking for the magic ball, we're looking for the thief key. Why would we be looking for the magic ball? Well, that is apparently an interesting thing I should go look for. Hey, you. Hahaha. Wuss. Push this boulder out of the way, you can check and find another small medal. So that's the second one of those. I'm going to need to find more. Specifically, I want 5 before I go back to Aleahan. And the weapon shop here has slightly better things than the other one. But Bronze Knife is useless. I wouldn't bother getting that for Alexis. She'll do just fine with her blade spell. And Muka, whatever, it's a 1 point defense or difference. Whoopee. Copper swords are probably the way to go. Chain sickle. If you want to spend the time to get that much money, pretty good to do. I may even do that myself. I haven't decided. Training suit, also good for Muka. She gets a lot of the more unusual armor types due to her class. Leather armor, yeah, I'll want that later. Turtle shell, that is awesome. That's an unusual piece of armor, but Alexis can use it, and she's going to need defense more than anyone else because she won't have any HP. Leather hats, I may think about getting some of those later. So, you know what's crazy? because of the way I distributed my seeds, I'm going to have an awesome level up. I kind of want to show it when it happens. So I think I may just do some grinding out here, and if I find new enemies, I'll show them. If I don't find new enemies, then I'll just show you when I get my level up. Oh hey, here we go. We have a horny hare. And they're kind of the same as the ravens and slimes, only a little stronger. They're really not that big a deal. In fact, I think the blaze spell should kill it. And, you know, I don't think I ever went over my character's setup for how they level up. As honest, I'm going to get 4 rating of 4 in strength, 3 in agility, 4 in vitality, 5 in intelligence, and 3 in luck. Not exactly the setup I'm looking for. Ooh, Muka leveled up early. Look at that MP boost! 24! Because of how high her wisdom is. And, damn! A big wisdom jump, and Jesters get ridiculous luck increases. Ooh, horny hair at the chest, medicinal herb. Or medical herb. Whatevs. Pretty good. So, let's see. I need to figure out... You know what? That, this muscle guidebook I got, I think I'm going to use that on myself. Because, even though I got the honest personality and that is closer to mine, now that I'm playing the game and not doing the personality test, I want to try and tip the odds in my favor a little bit. Specifically, I have a really intelligence-heavy party, or wisdom-heavy party. Everyone's going to be getting a lot of spells, and wisdom is very important for them. But I don't have anyone who's good at just getting in there and doing a good fight, hitting things hard, which is really what I rely on my hero for in this game. So if I give Homer the muscle book, he should become a jock. Cocky jock. Yeah, that's okay. Now I'm acting like a dick. But as a jock, I should be getting really nice strength and stamina boosts. And now Zero levels up. Level 2. 28 MP. Holy hell. And more, even more wisdom and just, jeez, wisdom and stamina. And the Lexus got 23 MP. No strength, no stamina, but 1 more wisdom. I mean, that's something, right? So that's why I stacked everything into wisdom, because I knew the maximum MPs would just jump. Look at that. My actual casters have over 40 MP now. And the reason that's so ridiculous is because of how little their spells cost. 3 MP to cast heal. And will this actually tell me... Damn it. No, that doesn't tell me the cost for Blaze. Whatever. Blaze costs practically nothing. So that's awesome. With that done, I'm just out of range of getting that turban. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of grinding. We'll get everyone... I'll get Homer up to 2 and everyone else up to 3. And do some equipment purchasing. And by the time I've got that done, I should be able to get everything I'm really interested in at the moment. And we'll explore the rest of our world next time on Let's Play Dragon Quest III. So this is classichomer signing out. See you guys later.